March 2005. I was coming up the hill from my 18-mile bike ride, and it was probably Saturday. And I got about 3 houses down here, and my foot slipped off the pedal. I couldn't keep my foot on the pedal coming up the hill. And I thought, what the heck is wrong with me? I actually walked my bike up the hill for the length of about 3 houses up here. Then I went out on Sunday, and my foot slipped off my bike pedal coming up the hill again. And so on Monday, I went to go down the hill to go to work in my car, and I couldn't get my foot from the gas to the brake. And so I turned the car key off. I was only going about 15 miles an hour down the hill. My neighbor was nice enough to bring my car up the hill, park it in the garage, and I got a cane that my mother had here, and I started walking down the hill to go to the bus, and took the bus to work because one bus and one transfer dropped me off right in front of my school. And then pretty soon I was walking down the hill with a cane, and I wanted to fall down, and so I started using a walker. And I got on the bus to go see the doctor, and he's a diabetic doctor, and so he referred me to an orthopedic surgeon down the hallway. And the guy looked at me and he said, "There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Aren't you sure that you're trying to fake a work injury so you can collect workers' compensation?" I said, "Yes, as a matter of fact, that's why I fell down on the sidewalk on my way down to see you." And so I had walked from the bus a half a mile down to his office. So anyway, I wanted to smack him in the face. He was very arrogant. He's the first doctor I ever felt that way toward. So then I started walking up the street to get back to the bus. I fell down on the pavement, and people in a Gerber ambulance just happened to be going by. They got out of the ambulance, picked me up, and said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I guess so." And I walked back to the bus and got on the bus and came home, which is about not quite a 2-mile bus ride. So then, as I say, I kept using the walker to go down the hill to go to work, and I kept falling down more and more. Then I went to Torrance Hospital, and they gave me an MRI, and they discovered that I have deterioration in the nerves in my spine. And they said, "You had a spinal stroke." And I said, "Me, a stroke? I was a long-distance runner."
I actually decided to come and help the guy really more than work. I wasn't really looking for work. I have my own thing, my own life. But you know, he needed help, and I felt like doing it. I was putting my chat.
Need somebody here to live with him that has a nursing background or medical background that can take care of him.
I think there's never a time when we're not worried about him.
It's very painful, but you know, you have to have a feeling of progress or linear movement or forward movement. It's a kind of a trait, I think, of maybe Western civilization. I don't know where we got this value that we have to constantly think that we're improving something or doing something new or fixing something that couldn't be fixed before and not giving up on it. For my friend Kate in Malibu, to tell her that I think the most important things are found in nature. Shopping for you. I wanted so much to buy you something special today, but somehow there were no stores open along the way. So I tried for a lark and looked for a conch, hoping for floating sky castles waiting to launch. I decided for seedlings breaking ground into spring, newly freed night birds gliding in the heavens among distant planet rings. In the wishful dream, a circuitous roundabout, I fell into full harvest time orchards. But holding a grain of mischievous doubt, I decided in favor of sandpipers, with falling rainbows amidst water lilies drifting about. Fleeting images of pine and larkspur emanated from a winding mountain path, buying for you watercolor washes and purple grape arbors hanging from lath, and deep ponds with still waters behind tides floating league upon league. I heard music of morning played by Edward Grieg. Dream shopping came to an end, scattering nautilus and hermit astray, but mattering not at all, because you came and decided to stay.